Hi, this is Steve Rich with my video update, the introduction reintroduction, I guess I should say, of myself for our EDSI group. 2012-13 has been a really great year. Since we were together last summer, lots of things have happened, both professionally and personally. This has been my first year serving on the board of directors of the National Science Teachers Association as the Director of Professional Development. That's been not only challenging to do while I was in this program, but also a great deal of fun, a really good learning experience for me, and an opportunity to bring good resources back to my job at the Science Center at West Georgia. During the time that I've been serving, we hold several conferences a year, so I presented at about 5 conferences that have been held by the National Science Teachers Association, in addition to several state science conferences around the country, talking about outdoor science and ultimately many of the things that will be at least related to my proposed dissertation topic on outdoor science and achievement. In the fall, at the end of the conference in Atlanta, I was the chair of the National Science Teachers Association area conference that was held in Atlanta in November, and I had just turned 50, so we had a big 50th birthday celebration with not only my colleagues from the association and from the science ed community in Georgia, but also people around the country, and my family came from all over, and it was a great event that combined my professional life and my personal life, just kind of brought all my worlds together. A night that I'll never forget. We did that at Omni Hotel, and I'll have to make sure you all see some pictures. We had a big step and repeat banner, a big 2-tier cake, lots of fun. So personally, I continue to encourage my son to finish college. He's hopefully going to be graduating in the summer or fall of 2013 as a theater major from West Georgia, and so I'm very excited that I'm coming to the end of that journey as a dad, and that he'll be starting his professional life full-time. Then in the wintertime, I had a contact from former First Lady Rosalind Carter in Plains, Georgia. I was asked to help with some curriculum projects that centered around a butterfly garden she was planning. Well, then she found out that I had some experience gardening with butterflies at schools and invited me to help her. So here is a picture of Mrs. Carter and me at her home in Plains, and then this is the initial planning meeting for her butterfly garden, and then while we were in the meeting, President Carter came out, and there's a picture of me and the President talking about all kinds of things, including the fact that the first time that I was old enough to vote was when he ran for his second term. So that's been really exciting. It's still an ongoing project. I'm working on curriculum materials now. We've planted about a dozen gardens for the Rosalind Carter Butterfly Trail, and I'm just very excited and honored to be working with Mrs. Carter. We had a butterfly release on April 20th this year that was the official opening of the Carter Butterfly Trail, the Rosalind Carter Butterfly Trail in Plains, and so continues to be exciting, and it's just an extension of all the work that I've done with Science Outdoors, and then also with helping kids learn how to raise butterflies and plant gardens for butterflies too. In fact, this is some milkweed that is part of the collection that we gathered, plants that we gathered for Mrs. Carter to use in Plains. Some of the plants that are in her garden at her home came from my yard. Some of the things that we transplanted came from my garden. I think behind me you can see the butterfly bushes, and so she's got a couple of those from my yard, and so quite a collection and quite an exciting event for both her at age 85 and for me at age 50. As far as research is concerned, I'm delighted that my chair is Dr. Gail Marshall. who I've known now for 20 years. And whether I had known her or not, if I knew about her, I would be thrilled because of her extensive experience in science and her content knowledge. She'll be the perfect chair for my dissertation. When we had our initial meeting, she already had great ideas after reviewing my prospectus, and I'm just delighted to have her input and her guidance as I move through this journey. It seems that what we're going to do is go back to what my original plan was, just to look at student achievement as it relates to teaching science outdoors, if we can show any gain in student achievement as a result of teaching a science standard outdoors. I don't think we're going to include student attitudes. That had been a suggestion from one of the professors, but it looks like we're going back to just the achievement. So I'll have to keep you updated as that unfolds. I'm looking forward to preparing this summer to do the pilot research that we'll do this fall, and continuing my efforts to take kids, teachers, and science outdoors. And I hope that my research in this program will support doing that. And you can believe that if it doesn't, I'll be right back at it after I'm Dr. Rich, just doing more research to try to prove what I believe to be true, and that is that teaching science outdoors has many benefits, and among them, it is a means for improving student achievement in science. I'm delighted to have you all back here in my garden again today. You can hear some birds, and I guess now you hear airplanes, and maybe, I don't know if that's a helicopter or what, but so we'll sign off back here on my bird girl, who is my tribute to my hometown of Savannah, and look forward to working with all my colleagues in the EDSI program and fulfilling the requirements that we're all along this journey toward becoming distinguished researchers and doctors.